Hello, my friends, it's Brother Sean again in this short series of heart-centered topics around spirituality, sexuality, and learning to love oneself. Why is it today that so many people are afraid to love themselves? Why can they not see the gift of God to their hearts? Why is it that they are running away from truth? What is it that's stopping one using common sense and embracing the I am presence, the supreme in their heart? And why is it that people, innocent children of God, who are vulnerable and sensitive to the Word of God, why are they allowing themselves to become overexposed to those who are not in alignment with God's will for them? What is it that triggers this denial? Is it the voices that we hear in our head from childhood? We need to take time out. We need some respite to retreat from the world and its drama, from those negative, oppressive voices that has stifled the word of God's love, that's been misinterpreted by his people who should know better than to use it as a weapon for their own selfish end. We know that many priests and holy men and women have abused their position of trust, as do normal parents. Much of the time it's done through fear, through illness, through a lack of love. So today I put this to you. If you are afraid to embrace your true self, there is help. But maybe you can't see the wood for the trees because your mind is locked in fear. What is fear? It's an illusion. And the more we feed it our negativity, the more it controls us, the more it destroys us. There are some times when I've seen clients who've come wallowing, poor me, you've no idea what I'm going through. I've every idea. I can see it. I can smell it. There's resistance. They want me to agree with them. I can't. As soon as I'm allowed to hug someone, I become aware in my heart through the gifts that God has given me, and they're not mine, but they're the tools of my trade as a contemplative monk. That's not ego, that's not arrogance. There's a sensitivity to the soul within that person. And I'm made aware. I'm not psychic, I'm not clairvoyant, but I become aware. And that has come through many, many years of caring for the sick and dying as a nursing monk and then as a nurse, where I've sat for many, many hours by the bedside trying to reassure troubled souls as they breathe their last. But many come hoping that you will agree with them, for them to go away and wallow in their victimness. That's a disease. And it's an arrogance. There's no excuse for denial. And many enlightened souls are so full of their own pomposity that they will use every excuse in the book. And I'm not clever. I'm not an academic. I'm a hands-on, hard-working monastic monk. I keep it simple. And the problem is the academics find me too simple because they want me to pander to their status, be influenced by their linguistic skills. It doesn't wash. Like Padre Pio, you discern what God is saying to you. You give it in charity. And if they choose to throw it back at you as an insult, then that's their stuff. We must not embrace another's drama. But I would never dream of telling someone, pull yourself together. They're not a pair of curtains. They're a child of God. And to deny oneself, to face oneself, to embrace oneself, and to love oneself is saying to God, not today, Josephine. That must be hurtful to God. A father, mother who created us, who has nurtured us, who sent their son to be crucified for us. Oh, but that's old hat. How do you know that happened? It was 2,000 years ago. I wasn't born. I know it happened. And each day I'm reminded, and I remind myself, what Jesus the barefoot Galilean did for me, not for you, for me. He paid the price for my freedom. He renounced his freedom so that I could be free. Greater love than this has no man, than he laid down his life for his friends. Sadly, today what we're seeing is too many people aren't really bothered. They're more focused on the me culture. I will have, I will want. The adverts on the television, they're a disgrace. They're an embarrassment for ladies' lacquers and shampoos and makeup. It's rubbish. Get a can of buttermilk. Give your face a good scrub. That sounds really judgmental. But then they say, because I'm worth it. Hello. We're all worth it. If we're a child of God and we have surrendered our heart and our nonsense and embraced that selfless love, then we are worth it. We don't need to spend a small mortgage on having a facelift or a Botox jab, do we? And yet, are they happy for it? No. Because they're trying to get you to side with them, that they're right and you're wrong. Let me read to you what the cosmic Christ has to say. Come to me with all your weaknesses, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Rest in the comfort of my presence, remembering that nothing is impossible for me. Oh, but I've had clients tell me, I can't do that. That's the word. I won't do it. There's a refusal. Pry your mind away from your problems so that you can focus your attention on me. And that's the other problem. They spend too much time on the me, the self. They feed it lies. They deceive themselves their truth. Recall that I am able to do immeasurably more than all you could ask for or ever imagine. Instead of trying to direct me to do this, to do that, and do the other for you, to attune yourself to what I am already doing, let's get real. We need to get real. When anxiety attempts to wedge its way into your thoughts, remind yourself that I am your shepherd. Unlike a lot of the shepherds we've seen who've abused young children, where it's been condoned by the religious leaders. It's been condoned. Oh, they come out with the most plausible excuses, but there's never any such thing as, let me meet the victim and look into their eyes and let them feel my sorrow. No. That's not what a good shepherd does. But this good shepherd who's talking to you and me is saying, I have loved you with an everlasting love because you are mine. Is that what you're hearing? Am I pressing the wrong buttons here? I haven't got to this place of nirvana by having everybody agree with me. I've been challenged and stretched like an elastic band, and by golly, have I snapped and twanged. But you know what keeps me going? There was a young man of 33 who fell 3 times, and in the end he was so exhausted, another man came to help him. That was Simon of Cyrene, that was willing to take the cross off the shoulders of this beautiful young man we call Jesus and offer him support. Are you not willing to do that much for yourself? Bless you.